Hey, church leadership. So we're finishing our overview of schedules and plan for all of you that are scheduling volunteers to serve on a regular basis. And the last thing that we want to look at is the serving rotations tab at the top. So when you click on schedules and plans, you'll be able to dive directly into your demo. I'm gonna take a look at the demo category, but whatever category you're in charge of, you just click on that, and that's where you'll see these three panes here. And just click on serving rotations, and serving rotations are like teams of people who regularly serve together. So if you'd like to set people up in a team together, or you just want to organize people based on groups and kind of have different groups that you can easily just drop into the different positions that you're in charge of, you can easily do that. Over on the right hand side, I'm going to click create rotation. And you have to give the rotation a name. So their example is Sunday first rotation or second rotation. So if you have groups of guys who do different things, groups of people who do different things, all you have to do is give it a name that makes sense to you. So I'm going to call this week 1. If I'm going through and scheduling, I might think about things in terms of weeks. So as I'm scheduling, I'm going to say, all right, they serve in week 1, and then I'm going to go all the way through every single week that I have before I get back to week 1 to make sure I'm getting everybody. And this is something that there may be times where this doesn't make a lot of sense, or it doesn't seem to fit what you're doing, and that's okay. It's a good option to use if you have pretty routine scheduling. So for instance, if you have people who serve the first Sunday of every month, and that's just when they always do things, it's a great place to set up a rotation for them. So you notice when I add that serving rotation in, week 1 pops up. That's the name of the rotation. And you'll notice that these two positions, or these two teams, security and worship, are the ones that we made in our last video. So teams and positions, that's where you would edit that, what shows up there, and be able to control that. But a serving rotation is going to be a set group of people that all you have to do when you're scheduling them is click week 1, and it will drop all of these volunteers in on a regular basis. So for instance, if I would like to add, I'm going to add myself to this song leader position. And so now if I go into schedules and plans, then I can immediately drop myself into that position without having to search for my name and without having to click that specific add volunteer section for that position. So again, all I have to do is hit add volunteer. And in this case, I don't have anyone listed under opening prayer for worship, but let's add Mr. Casey McDonald, my colleague there. We'll add him. And so you'll notice it as soon as I drop someone into that position, that we have the set number of people that we need for that, and you can increase that there if you want to, but you'll notice the little warning goes away. So this is telling me I still need 2 volunteers to fit this particular team. There's 2 roles there, and it says we need 1 person for each role. But as soon as I drop those in, then that little warning will go away, and that will create week 1. So I'm going to leave that as is now, and I'm going to show you where that falls in. We looked at this under schedules and plans, under the schedules and plans tab here. We looked at that in the schedules and plans video, but I want to reiterate here, as you're assigning people, under the demo worship that we have sitting here, serving rotation, this little heart with the little circles, arrows around it, that is where you would access that rotation. So if I click on that, it's going to say, oh, well, what serving rotation do you want to use? Let's populate that with the people in that rotation. Week 1, if I click apply, you'll notice Casey and I's names get plopped right into the positions that I just set in the rotation. So you could do that for all of your positions if you wanted to, or some of them. Just depends on how you like to schedule that. If you want to move through different groups of people from week to week, and you want an easy way to kind of schedule that, that's a really, really simple thing to do. Go in and make a serving rotation and just line up week 1 through week 8 or 10 or however many guys you have that you want to put in different positions. That's a really, really simple way to do that. So that's serving and rotations, and that just about wraps up everything under schedules and plans. Glad you guys are going to be able to use this. We think it's going to be super helpful in helping everything be more organized, helping us understand who's supposed to do what, and when they're going to be there, and what they're assigned to do. So we're looking forward to seeing how this is going to help shape things that we do at Westside.